just to be clear, I'm not talking about all gamers as like a whole collective. I'm just singling out a portion of the fandom and well community. And that community just fucking sucks. I've never seen a bigger group of whiners, complainers, and just babies in my life. Like, no matter what game comes out, there's always some issue with it. There's always a problem, and it's just straight hate. Look at like the most popular games that are about to come out right now, like Wolverine and God of War Lefe. All of them are just getting so much hate for no reason. Wolverine and like the game looks amazing. Like if you watch the trailer, even like if you don't like Wolverine specifically, but you just think superheroes are cool, you'd enjoy that game. Or if you just like action in general, the game just looks amazing. But there's so many people that have a problem with it. And you're entitled to an opinion. Like you don't have to suck up to like every game a big company puts out. But I don't know how you can have such a strong opinion on something when it hasn't even came out yet. Like it low-key doesn't even exist yet. This game could very well just like Insomniac could blow up right now and the game just doesn't release. But literally, people were hating on this game even like in its like upcoming. And I distinctly remember like when this was like early like league season, like around 2022, maybe 2023, there was a post that showed the Wolverine gameplay, but it was like a leak, so like things weren't like fully rendered. The lighting was a bit off. The character models were a bit off. It was like him like walking around a city, and he was like climbing or some shit. And I remember, like, there were a few comments saying, "Oh, this is like a cool concept," but then there were a few comments that were like, "Oh, this game looks terrible. Wolverine doesn't even climb walls," which is a lie. He's been doing that shit since Lego Marvel Superheroes. And he's done it before that. That's just what came to my mind first. And there was another comment that said this game looks garbage. It's like, oh, it looks unfinished and boring. I'm not gonna play it. No, motherfucker, it is unfinished. It's not even in beta. Like it is so early in development. Like I don't even know. Imagine like you're a chef and somebody walks in while you're baking a cake and says, this cake looks unfinished. It's just batter. I don't really want it right now. I think it's gonna be bad. If you're a sensible human being, you would take your butcher knife and cleave them in the throat. Because what the fuck are you talking about? Obviously, it's unfinished and you're not gonna be able to get it. I I don't understand people. And this wouldn't be so bad if people were hating, well, I guess giving like reasons for why they didn't like it. Cause it's all just like their own personal gripes rather than the game itself. Like someone said, this is just objectively wrong. Someone said Wolverine is too short. When has that ever been an issue? Wolverine is short. That's like his whole thing. I shouldn't even have to explain that. No, some of these like takes were so bad. I did something that I thought I'd never do again. I had to re-download Twitter and go back just to see like the shit for myself. And it is so real. It's so terrible. I mean, I don't even know what to expect from Twitter. Like honestly, I'm seeing it on TikTok too. Like every platform is kind of like turning into Reddit in a way where people think they're like so high and mighty and better for not liking something because it's popular. Like first Reddit did it with Marvel. There was the big MCU hate, and now it's like just and any new game that comes out, just straight hate. And especially with God of War Leve. And there's like it's like a whole topic just on, I'll get to that in a second. But people are just never satisfied. I saw someone hate on the Wolverine game because the camera angles were bad. And I'm like, you haven't even played the game. I know what a bad camera angle is. I've played Ninja Gaiden. I've played Devil May Cry. But this game isn't even out yet. How are you complaining about camera angles that you can't even control it? And you've only seen like close-up shots of gameplay and like, I guess a bit of cinematics, and you're already complaining about something you haven't even tested yet. Insomniac could literally release a game where Black Cat comes out of the screen and gives you a hand job and can walk downstairs and make you a grilled cheese, and people would still be in the comments saying, oh, I didn't even finish. Oh, the grilled cheese was burnt. There's always an issue. I don't understand. Literally, Speaking of, there's just so much hate that like goes into like women. There's just like so much misogyny in the gaming community in general. Literally, it feels like Warhammer. There's just so much hate for women. People were hating on Jean Grey and Mystique because they said they were chopped. And if you're going into a video game and your problem with the female characters is that they're chopped, you're a gooner. And you need to stop. You need to put down your dick and pick up a weight, pick up a book, pick up anything else. That is such a non-issue. It doesn't even affect gameplay. Like literally, I there's a difference in saying that, oh, their costumes look weird. I don't really like the color scheme, or their models like look outdated. But saying they're chopped is just that's just so that's incel behavior. I don't even know what to tell you. Literally, anybody who thinks like this is an incel. The problem with the gooners in the community is that their brains are just so fried from choking their chicken all day. I don't even think they remember what a real woman looks like. I don't think any of them have ever seen a real woman before, because genuinely, if a woman isn't half naked in spandex and like 5'4" and has fucking double D tits bouncing in their face all the time, then the woman is chopped and the game is woke. And that word has lost all meaning, by the way. I hate that word now, because anything that just isn't like a white male lead is woke. They called Assassin's Creed Shadow woke. They called Ghost of Yote woke. Speaking of Ghost of Yote, it goes back to my other point when I said that they just only want to see like hot naked women. This is a real tweet. I'll put it like right here. There's like a real tweet where someone was like, oh, games in the mind of activists versus the minds of gamers. And all they did was just give her like big tits. And like, that's my point. People only don't hate on a woman lead if she's like hot or if she's just half naked. And furthering my point, think of Stellar Braid. Actually, the exact opposite happened with Stellar Braid. There's a petition where 94,000 idiots signed to try and get the game uncensored. And it is a real petition. You can go look it up. I just did it before this because I didn't think it was real. But their dead ass is a petition that's saying the game is too censored. And which isn't even, I mean, like, the censorship wasn't even that crazy. She still like has like outfits where she's just in a bikini anyway. But it's because there's like an outfit where her chest was showing. Well, it wasn't. She just had a bit of cleavage showing, and then they covered it up. And then that was enough to spark outrage between 94,000 buffoons. And I've never seen people band together this much over something so stupid. Actually, that's not true. I have. But whatever. This isn't a political channel. It's genuinely like so annoying to see just people just so unsatisfied. I've never met a more miserable group in my life. And this is part of the reason why games like, I mean, it's not the entire reason, but it does go into why a lot of games don't continue franchises or they don't release like new shit for a while. Because like take the new Rayman game, for example. I love Rayman. He's my childhood. I love him to death. And I'm really glad to see that he's getting a new game. My only problem with it is that I'm not like used to hearing him speak so much, so I'll have to get used to that. But like, besides that, I think the game looks beautiful and it'll be fine. However, there are so many people calling it Unreal Engine slop. And first of all, that Focus M video has done irreversible damage to how people see video games. But whatever. Anyways, people call it Unreal Engine slop. They're saying it looks bad. It looks trashy. And I think like the game's like, it's like a remake and has like a remake of Rayman Legends and it has like additional content. Kind of like Sonic Shadow Generations. Like you get Sonic Generations plus more, like with Shadow Generations. But the whole point of like remakes and stuff is to like sort of test the waters and see if people are still rocking with Rayman, because they're like, well, people are asking, so remasters are a lot cheaper to make. And it's like, well, if this game does well, then maybe we can continue on with going to Rayman. We'll go down that route and make some more games. But then when like this game isn't even out yet, and they're already like getting Ubisoft's getting so much like shit for like, oh, this looks terrible. We don't want to see this. Why see this? They're like, okay, well, I guess we're done with Rayman. And they're just gonna toss him in the trash. And then they're like, oh, what happened to Rayman? No one. Ubisoft doesn't care. They don't listen to their fans. Yeah, they fucking do, and that's why we don't have shit. I just want to like rant about that. Not really like changes anything, but if you think like that, you are a dork. You're a loser. You're an incel, and not even like a cool loser way. Like it is seen now. Like you're a loser, and you actually fucking suck. My advice for the day: hating on something popular doesn't make you cool. It's popular for a reason. Just take a breath. Enjoy the air. If you have a life outside of your A6 monitor or whatever you use, I'm gonna stop being mean. I really. Video over.